10-Minute Jazz Lesson Podcast, episode 509. Hey everybody, as always, before we dive into the episode, just wanted to remind you, all of these episodes are available as YouTube videos on my YouTube channel. So just go on YouTube and search for my name, Nick Maynella. It should be the latest video on the channel. So if you want to see any of these examples that I'm talking about, I always put them on screen, and there are always other visual aids for you. Also, all of the stuff that we talk about in these episodes is always available as PDFs with backing tracks, trading tracks, all kinds of good stuff over on our site, Jazz School. Sign up to support the show with a small monthly donation, and you get everything we talk about in a ready-made package so you can start practicing right away. If you want to know more about that, just click the link in the description, and it will take you over to Jazz School. You get signed up, and then you can decide whether you want to support the channel or not. All right, let's get on to the episode. So I've been getting a lot of requests to jump back into the 100 Essential Jazz Standards series, so I'm going to start doing that. And over the course of the month of July, we'll get into 4 what I think are essential jazz standards. If you haven't checked out this series before, I'll leave a playlist somewhere around here that you can go and check out the other tunes that I've covered. But basically what we do here is analyze the chord changes of the tune real quick. And then in the past, I've prepared an etude for you, but we're going to do an etude and some other exercises, particularly for this one. So today we're going to do one of my favorite tunes and a tune that gets played so often, Softly as in a Morning Sunrise. So as always, the first thing I suggest, especially with a tune like this, that the melody is not that complicated, is go and learn the melody by ear off of some recordings. And I'll leave a link to some of my favorite recordings in the description below. The melody is absolutely essential, and I'm about to go into an analysis of the chord changes, but I think it's really important before you get too deep into trying to figure out every chord and all the movement and, being able to make sense about it and talk about it intelligently. Learn the melody, because I think a lot of these jazz standards, and while I don't know because I haven't been able to talk to the composers, I think with a lot of these melodies, they were written first, and then the chord changes were written to the melody. So I think the melody is absolutely essential. Don't sleep on that. Don't do a lot of study of anything else before you go and learn the melody. Use this video as an overview, but then when you turn it off and you want to work on the tune, go learn the melody first. Okay, rant over. Let's dive into the analysis of the chord changes. All right, so let's get into our analysis here. And this one's not going to take long because it's a very simple form. The only thing that's different is the bridge, but let's take a look at the A sections first. So first of all, it's a 32-bar tune, A, B, A. And the A sections are really simple because it is literally just 1, 2, 5, 1 in the key of C minor. And that's basically what it's doing for all of the A sections without fail, right? So we're just getting this sound that is 1, and then we have a minor 2, 5, 1. Over and over and over again. And then when we get down to the bridge here, what we do is it modulates to the relative major. Right, so we go to the key of E flat major. And in the last bar of the second A section, we basically prep for that with a 2-5 in the key of E flat major. So then once we're in the key of E flat, we go to the 5 of 2. A lot of people might shorthand call that like a dominant 6 chord, but I like to think about it as a 5 of 2, because if you say that, there's basically like no doubt that it's a dominant chord. Then we get to the 2, and then we have what I like to call sharp 2 diminished, and that's leading us chromatically from the 2 back to the 5 in the key of C minor. So we get to this 5 in the key of C minor, and then we do a quick 2, 5, and then we're firmly back in that key. Okay, so I'll start right here at the end of the second A. So we hear our C minor chord, then we get our 2, 5, 1. Now we're at E flat major, C7 flat 9, chord, which leads us to 5 back in the key of C, and then we get that 2, 5, 1, and then we continue with that last A section right out of there. That's about it. Nice. A really, really simple form for a change. All right, great. So now we know what's going on with the chord changes. Not that much there. It's not one of the more complicated forms. So one thing that I love to do with almost every tune that I work on, and something that we're going to start doing in these videos, is some voice leading exercises. And this particular way of doing things, I think I got from Mark Turner, just some video where he was talking about the way that he practices things. And he said that what he would do is he would challenge himself to play a chorus of whole notes, then a chorus of half notes, then a chorus of quarter notes before he did anything else. And ever since I heard him say that, I've been doing that with basically every tune that I learn, and it is so, so valuable. So what I'm about to put on screen is 3 choruses of an exercise like that. And what I suggest you do is, while you're sitting watching this and you're listening to it go by, you're gonna see the music on screen in concert pitch. Try to sing along with this. It's probably not going to be perfect, but just the act of trying to sing along is great. And the way I would do this is I'm providing you with one example, so you can use that. You can use it for ear training, sight singing practice. It's going to bring you a lot closer to the sound of the progression because you'll be doing simple things along with it. But then I challenge you to be able to put the chords in front of you and do the same thing. Do a chorus each, whole, half, quarter, and then dive into anything else that you want to work on. Like I always say, if you can't play a chorus of quarter notes without stopping, chances are you're not going to be able to do much else. So I'll throw these 3 choruses on the screen and really challenge yourself to sing along with the notation that you're going to see. Okay, so there's our ear training exercise. Now all that's left is the etude. And what I've chosen to do is center this etude around one of my favorite sounds on this tune, which is the sound of harmonic minor. So I'm thinking C concert harmonic minor. And one of the reasons that I like this sound so much is I think it goes with the melody really well. You can kind of hear that harmonic minor fits super, super well to play on either side of this melody and kind of fill in. Harmonic minor is a great sound. The melody seems to, at least to my ears, give me a lot of harmonic minor vibes, for lack of a better term. Okay, so we'll finish things off by listening to this etude and watching it go by. Now, just a note, you can get your hands on everything from this episode in terms of all of the materials. So you'll get the voice leading exercise, you get the chord sheet with the analysis, you'll also get the etude. I'll have those in concert, bass clef, B flat, E flat. So you can start working on this tune right away with a little bit of help. And you can find all that stuff by becoming a monthly supporter, pledging a very, very small monthly donation, and you get materials for every single video that I do. You can find a link to that in the description. Sign up for my online jazz education platform, Jazz School. That's a free membership, by the way. It'll always be free. But once you're in there, you'll find right on the top of the page instructions on how to sign up to become a supporting member and get the downloads for all this stuff so you can start working on this with the tools I'm providing right away. Okay, let's finish off the episode with this one chorus etude leaning on the sound of harmonic minor. All right, everybody, thanks for being here. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. I will see you down there. Remember, if you want to get all the materials, just click on the link in the description, join up to Jazz School, become a supporting member, and it's all yours. Instant access to this video and the entire archive of videos. Hope to see you over there and meet you. As always, thanks for hanging, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye, everyone.